Hi, today we'll be writing a program for Fibonacci series. Let's get straight into it. Okay, the Fibonacci series is that it starts with two numbers 0 and 1, and the next digit is the sum of the previous two digits. So let's, as you can see in your screens, the first two numbers 0 and 1 is there. The third number is sum of the previous two numbers. So 0 plus 1, so it will be 0 1 1. Next is 2. Okay, done. Let's fill this up, and you can add more. So this is the Fibonacci series. Starts with 0 and 1. The next number of the series is always the sum of previous two numbers, and that is the logic. So if you have to generate any number, it will be the sum of previous two numbers. So let's write the program. We'll say new class we'll name it Fibonacci. We'll generate the main method. We'll say finish. If you want to know how to get started in Eclipse, which is free, you can check the previous video which we have put. Also, if you want to, you can run this program using command line. We have put a video for that also. Just check my channel or website and it will be available. So let's just write it down in English what we wish to do. The series is 0, comma 1, comma 1, comma 2, comma 3, comma 5. So this is an algorithm which we'll write in English. So if we look at the logic, it's the third number is the sum of first two numbers, and these two numbers are which we will start with, and this will go to, let's see, write dot 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 till n numbers. Okay, so now if we have to say these two variables, we'll put in two numbers a b. Okay, so this, to generate c will be sum of a and b. Okay, so it will say c is equal to a plus b. Let's just write it down for you. A plus b. Okay, okay, let's write it down in this line. Okay, now you're getting. Now so if we start with a equal to 0 and b equal to 1, c will be a plus b, that is 1. Okay, let's go to the next. So now if we have to get the next digit, what we need to do is put the value of b into a and c into b. Okay, so it shifts further like this, and this also shifts. This is anyways just the representation. So now you can see it keeps on working like that, or we can represent it in this. ठीक है. Okay, now let's just write it in English. So we'll say initiate two variables as variables as 0 and 1. Now that we have to print those two, print first two variables run a loop for n minus 2. Why n minus 2? Because we have already printed first two variables. Store the sum into third variable. Next will be print the third variable. Next will be store value of second variable in first and third into second. Go back to continue loop. Now we'll just put the step numbers, step 4 to 7. Okay, and that's it. Now we can put another condition here to check if n equals to 2. Okay, exit. Okay, now we'll put 1a if n is less than 0, less than equal to 0, exit. 1b if n is less than, not less than, equal to 1, print 0. Let's change it a bit. N is equal to 1. We'll say print first variable that is 0 and exit. Okay, now it should work. We can, so let's write this program. If you dry run this should work. So what we'll do is that we'll not write this program in the main function. We'll create another function and we will call it using objects. Go to home. We'll say public void, there is no return type, and we will say print Fibonacci series. We'll take as input int a number of variables. Number of variables is fine. Okay, we'll initiate two variables. I'll say first, I don't like to use a b as variable names. We'll say 0 and I second variable is equal to 1. So now we'll follow this algorithm completely and we'll have on step number 1a. So we'll say if I number of variables is more than 0, we'll just reverse it. So what it will do, it will come out of the loop if it's less than 0. Okay. Less than equal to 0, it will come out of the loop, which will be exit. Next line will say if I number of variables is equal to 1. Exactly like that. Or we don't require this because if it's more than 0, it will always be 1. So we'll say system dot out the print say I first variable. So by default this will be the first variable will always be there because if it's more than 0, condition is already there. So more than 0, the first variable will by default be there. It's an integer. So now we'll check for the second condition. We could have written if I count is equal to 1, then print the system.out.print I first variable. But we don't require to do, because that condition has been checked in the if I number of variables is more than 0. Now this line will say if I number of variables is more than equal to 2. Yeah, this will work. If it doesn't work, we'll rectify it. Copy this line, paste it, copy the name of second variable and print it. Okay. Now we'll put a loop. Okay. For we can put this loop inside this thing. Okay. We'll say int I count to 0, not 0. Count is equal to 2, because 0 and 1 have been printed. I count is less than equal to I number of variables, and then we can say count plus plus and so what I've done, I've initiated the variable I count for the for loop at 2. Okay, and ran it till I number of variables, and we do I count plus plus. Or we can do something else also. We initiate at 0, and like our algorithm, we make this change. Okay, so if it's 3, it will print 1 more. Okay, so we can't do it till, let's start with 1. So normally these countings start at 0. So my loop will run for this thing. Okay, now we'll initiate the third variable inside this loop. Okay, third variable is equal to I first variable plus I second variable to the semicolon, and now let's just run this. Now we'll say I second variable. So what we'll do is that we'll execute this line now. Is the other way around. My first variable is equal to I second variable, and I second variable is equal to I third variable. Okay, I think this will work. Let me just check the loop once more. So first variable 1 2, if we have 3 starts with 1, it will go to 1. I think this should work. Yeah. Loops can be written in multiple ways. Okay, let's just try it. Okay, we'll start with 4. So let me just show it once more to you. So we'll create a Fibonacci object of this class. We'll say obj Fibonacci dot print. If you say control space in this thing, it will give you those things. Let's see of 5 how it comes. Let's say run as Java application. So 0 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, let's see what happens in if it's 0. We'll just say project, build project, and run as Java application. Okay, it has been terminated, nothing has been. I think we should give a message for that. Let's instead of 0, let's make it 1. So 1 only 0 has been printed. Now let's make it 2. Okay, let's make it 25. Actually, the project is on auto build, so we don't have to build it every time. I'm just doing it to show it to you. Good. Okay. Now I think this is the program. We'll put the code snippets in the website. This is the algo, and which we wrote in a way we kept on changing till we were satisfied, and then we wrote this way. So if you look, we did some smart things to reduce the number of lines, and hopefully this helps you. This loop can be run in a multiple ways. The only thing we have to make sure that we run it based on this. Okay, so today's challenge is something related to Fibonacci series. What we are going to do is that instead of two digits, we are going to start with 3 digits. So 0, 1, 1. This will be sum of the first 3 digits. 0, Okay, this one didn't change, but this changed. So will this. So will this. This is not a Fibonacci series. This is just the challenge of a series which we have started. Okay, let me just put it in color. Okay, one, zero, zero. Okay, let's just put a legend. So initial variables. Okay, good. Thank you very much. Please share, subscribe, click on the notification icon so that whenever we put in a new program, you get a notification. Thank you very much.